Derek Herron from the YouTube channel How Ridiculous sets the world record for highest basketball shot in 2018 when he successfully landed a basketball from a height of 201 meters off the top of Maletsunyan Falls in South Africa. These group of YouTubers from Australia started out by throwing trick shots in their living rooms, but then upped their game throughout the years. This record breaks Derek's previous record of 180 meters off the top of Mauthausen Dam in Switzerland. We have a feeling they'll try for something more exotic in the future. I think we can all agree that the best part of Star Wars is the lightsaber duels. But in reality, two guys swinging toy sticks is the best we can manage. That is until Hacksmith Industries set the Guinness World Record for inventing the first actual lightsaber using compressed liquid propane gas. Utilizing a phenomena called laminar flow, Hacksmith Industries was able to shoot plasma out in a smooth beam and then retract it. And because the beam is made up of superheated gas, it will literally burn through anything, just like how Qui-Gon did in The Phantom Menace. Although unlike Qui-Gon, you'll have to haul around a small gas can and control backpack. Surely a small price to pay. Now some people like to use humans and mattresses to play dominoes, but the Two-in Domino team from Austria are a bit more serious and breaks 3 world records in one epic domino show in 2016. They start the show off by setting the world record for number of disc cases toppled, tipping over a total of 10,266 cases. Then they move on to set the world record for stick bombs, which by the way was broken a year later by this group of high schoolers in Massachusetts. And for the finale, they ended strong by setting the record for longest domino wall. A wall constructed out of 42,173 domino pieces extending across the span of 40.14 meters. If you're a gamer, you probably spent a ridiculous amount of time playing Super Mario Bros. And its main theme song just makes you happy. Well, you'll be happy to know that David Livingston, also known as Cosmic, set the Guinness World Record for fastest warpless completion of Super Mario Bros. In 2019. In his epic run, he clears all the stages in one pass without dying and without a single hiccup. The total runtime is 18 minutes and 59 seconds, and the happy Cosmic rejoices. It's worth noting though, that while not recognized by Guinness World Records, Speedrun.com places Nifsky in first place at 18 minutes 56 seconds, a record he set in 2021. Regular people drive their RC cars on land, but Mike Stallone is no common RC enthusiast, because in 2020, he set the record for greatest distance driven over water by a remote-controlled car. As long as the RC car is moving fast enough, a phenomenon called hydroplaning allows the RC car to actually drive over water. A Traxmax X-Max is his vehicle of choice, which he uses to successfully travel a total of 1.53 kilometers or 5,019 feet around the lake. This breaks the previous record of 2,000 feet set by Traxmax themselves back in 2017. Surfers are always waiting for the next big wave. Well, Maya Gabeira isn't one to just wait around. In 2020, she went out to Nazaré, Portugal and successfully rode a humongous wave estimated to be 22.4 meters high. With this accomplishment, she set the world record for largest wave surfed by a female surfer, breaking her previous Guinness record of 20.8 meters. The division was for unlimited, which meant she didn't have to paddle out to meet the wave. This Brazilian is considered one of the best female surfers ever, and we believe she'll continue to set new records. Some people like to ride bikes and some like to ski, but Eric Barron, also known as the Red Baron, combined the two and set the record for fastest downhill speed on a bicycle over snow by rushing down the snow tracks at Vars, France at 227 kilometers per hour. To put this into perspective, speedometers on modern cars maxes out at 220. He also holds the record for highest downhill speed on soil, a record he set descending the Cerro Negro volcano in Nicaragua at 172 kilometers per hour. People used to enjoy elaborate fireworks and was satisfied with it, but those boring days are over, because in 2021, Genesis Motors decided to advertise their debut in China by setting the world record for most drones airborne simultaneously. In doing so, they launched 3,281 drones into the sky. 230 drones more than the previous record. We have a feeling we're going to see more of these shows with more record-breaking number of drones. Zion Clark is the Guinness World Record holder for the fastest person to sprint 20 meters on two hands by completing the run in 4.78 seconds. Zion was born without legs as a result of caudal regression syndrome. Upon birth, he was abandoned by his biological parents and had to go through numerous orphanages, where he was bullied and mistreated. He overcame these adversities and became a successful wrestler at Massillon High School, ending his final season with 33 wins and 15 losses. The sky's the limit for Zion, and he's currently aiming to qualify for the 2024 Olympics in Paris. If you're a pizza lover, you're going to love the next one, because a group of people gathered in Fontana, California set the new world record for longest pizza by baking one that's 1.93 kilometers or 6,333 feet long. To put that into perspective, that's the length of about 21 football fields. Excluding prep time, cooking alone took 14 hours in multiple rounds, which is understandable considering they had to bake 2.6 tons of dough, 1.6 tons of cheese, and 2.5 tons of sauce using one long conveyor belt and 3 industrial ovens. It was worth it though, because they got to donate the yummy pizza to local food banks and homeless shelters in the area. It's amazing what people will put themselves through to set Guinness World Records. Because this man stunned the world and set the record for heaviest mantle of bees on a body by attracting 63.7 kilograms worth of bees. Rung Liang-ming placed 60 queen bees on his body and stayed absolutely still, while helpers literally poured bees on top of him. After a while, Liang-ming disappears completely under a thick coat of bees. Everyone is probably thinking the same thing. How is this man even breathing? All in all, it's estimated that he attracted some 637,000 bees on his body and proudly receives the Guinness plaque and medal. In the very competitive world of costume-changing magic, Viva's Magic was the team to beat with their record of 20 costumes in 1 minute, a record they set by breaking the previous record set only a month ago by their arch-rival Avery Chin and Sylvia Lim, who managed 18 outfits. Well, it's payback time, and a year later in 2017, Avery and Sylvia reclaimed their crown by going through 24 costumes, which meant they had to change once every 2.5 seconds. Well, their timing was perfect, as well as their performance. Limbo is a staple of home parties and events, and many of us have played it half-heartedly giggling at each other. But it's no laughing matter to Shrishti Sharma, an 11-year-old girl that limbo skated 25 meters under bars 17 centimeters high, setting the Guinness World Record. Nor is it to Shamika Campbell, who limboed 3.1 meters under 30.48 centimeter bars, setting the new world record. That's about as high as a 2-liter soda bottle. She might also be the only one to have limboed under a car, although there's no official Guinness record for that. Have you ever solved a Rubik's Cube by yourself? It's easy, even a 3-year-old can do it. What a 3-year-old cannot do is solve 3 Rubik's Cubes at the same time using your hands and feet. Sounds impossible, but this 13-year-old teenager from China, Zhang Yu, set the world record by doing it in just 1 minute and 36.39 seconds. You think that's impressive? At 5 minutes and 6.61 seconds, Zhang Yu also holds the record for fastest time to solve 3 Rubik's Cubes while juggling them. Look closely and you'll see that he makes one turn every time one of the Rubik's Cubes lands in his hands. Not even this robot, which can solve the puzzle in 0.887 seconds, can accomplish that. Which, by the way, is also a Guinness World Record. On August 4th, 2015, Lasso Schaller, a Brazilian cliff jumper raised in Switzerland, sets the world record for highest cliff jump when he jumped off the Cascata del Salto waterfall in Switzerland. Lasso jumped a total of 58.8 meters, which is equivalent to jumping off the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The entire jump takes 3.58 seconds from start to finish, and Lasso's speed is estimated to be a whopping 123 kilometers per hour when he hits the surface of the water. The impact from the fall is probably worse than most car accidents, but Lasso makes it out safely and triumphantly. Thank you for watching. That's all the life essence we have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It really makes our day.